Glory to Jesus Christ. My name is Father Volodymyr Zablatsky and I welcome you to the 8th episode of the first ever Orthodox Christian online cooking show. And today we have again with us Christine Janikowski. If you remember, she came here with her husband a few episodes ago. They made meatballs. And today she's gonna make a very special recipe which they made a few times already. For one of our coffee hours, which I loved, absolutely loved, and that's the reason we asked them to come again. The other reason is that the previous video they made is one of our most popular videos on our channel right now. So Christine, welcome back. And,
thank you.
And what are we making today?
We are making eggplant caviar, which is Ikra in Russian. And it is an appetizer. It's a dip made with eggplant. There's 3 eggplant that's been previously roasted and then cooled overnight so it's easier to peel. It's been peeled and chopped in coarse pieces. And then we have 1 medium Vidalia onion chopped into larger diced pieces. We have a heaping teaspoon full of chopped minced garlic, and then we have about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. We have 64 ounces of strained tomatoes, and we have sea salt and pepper that we're going to use to taste. Okay, first we're going to take the olive oil and we're going to put it into the pan. Spread it evenly. And then we're going to turn the heat on to high to heat up the oil first. Then we're going to add the onions. And we're going to saute the onions a bit. Once the onions begin to start browning, you need to add the eggplant. Then you mix the eggplant with the onion. Try to cover it and coat it evenly. And then after you've covered the eggplant with the onions, then you add your garlic. And you mix it in well. Okay, when you're sauteing the onions and the eggplant and the garlic, you want to keep breaking it down. And you'll be doing this for about 5 minutes or so. You want to get the eggplant to a very soft consistency while you're waiting for the onions to become translucent. This will be a good time to add a little bit of salt. Just take a little pinch of salt to taste. And then you can sprinkle a little pepper on too. I use fine ground black pepper because I find that it's stronger and it gives you a better flavor. We're breaking down the eggplant with the onions, and you'll see that the volume will be shrinking, and the onions are starting to become translucent. And you want to keep chopping the eggplant so that it's not so rubbery. When you bake it at 350 before you peel it, you want it to be semi-soft so that you're able to peel it. But once it's in the skillet, you want to break it down and so it becomes soft. Okay, we're ready to add the strained tomatoes. We're adding 24 ounces of strained Italian tomatoes. We're going to turn the heat down to a low to medium heat. And we're going to fold in the strained tomatoes. Now, during the course of breaking down the eggplant and cooking it with the onions and the garlic, I've added salt and pepper a few times to taste. So what we're doing here is we're folding it in, and eventually the tomato will be absorbed by the eggplant and the onions. And once you've stirred it in, you can turn the heat up slightly so it doesn't splatter. And you want to bring it to a simmer. And once it comes to a simmer, you want to cover it and let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes on low. Okay, we're finished simmering, and this is what it should look like. Real soft consistency so that it would be good for a dip for bread or for crackers. Okay, we're ready to taste it. This really should be chilled overnight and served cold, but you can eat it hot as well.
Yeah, and then it happened. I can't wait until overnight. It's too long for me, and I happened to bake some baguettes this morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and taste it. I know it's really tastes better when it's cold, but you know, with a fresh baguette and a little bit of the spread on it, it's oh, it's really. Christine, you want some too?
Sure.
Still steaming, and it's absolutely wonderful.
Still needs to be cold.
Yeah,
it's very hot.
When it's cold, it probably will marinate all the ingredients really well, and it would be. But even as hot, it's really good.
I like to serve it with some feta cheese on the side. You can put it on top of the baguette when it's cold. It's delicious. It gives you a nice salty, savory taste.
And even my dog says it's good. They're trying to get a piece of action today. Anyway, if you like this episode, please give us a thumbs up on YouTube, share it on the Facebook, and in conclusion, I would like to speak to you a little bit. Somebody asked me why we're doing the show, and many of you know that we run a soup kitchen here at St. Peter and Paul, and this is sort of an extension of our soup kitchen, so we can also solicit some advertising, and somewhere on top there above my head on the website there is an option for you to advertise, or perhaps you would like to donate to support our soup kitchen. We would appreciate your donation as well. So meanwhile, make this recipe, let us know how it turned out, and I'll see you next week.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.